Good evening, people. We're up here on this Monday evening. TikTok, for some reason, don't let me do videos. So I have to, TikTok videos are not that long. So I have to do one off TikTok and upload it to TikTok due to the length of this video, since I can't do lives. You gotta do things that, that like they actually banned me from doing lives, man. TikTok don't let me do lives. And when I do it, they shadow ban me. Only a few people know I'm doing lives, and that's how TikTok get down, for me. But just for all my followers, those who follow me and shit like that. Now, like I said, these videos I pump out, some of them may be offensive to other people. Some may not be offended about what I put out. But I gotta keep it 100 at all times, even with myself. I gotta keep it 100, man. And see, there's something about these cigars that I didn't have enough room to put them in my humidor, so I put all my best cigars in this humidor right here. Now, if you don't put cigars in the humidor, they go stale. Even if they come in a pack, like these did come in a pack. These the ones I bought. I bought them at a straight up cigar shop. But normally you get like these. I got these at Love's. Some Love's will have them, some won't. But anyway, I ain't gonna talk about that because they'll think I'm trying to endorse smoking. No, I'm not. But like I said, it was a video I did earlier, and this video was basically, setting the record straight to this chick that I ran through her channel. And in the video, she was talking about black male worship. So she said, basically, she was talking about how this sister was killed by a black dude, an older black guy who killed her, which is unfortunate that, their sister was killed. And a lot of times, you'll have that in relationships. But it's funny how these Keishas will talk about, have a channel called Black Male Worship, when in actuality they really don't worship black men at all. And it's such an oxymoron, because black women, it's just hyperbole. If black women worship black men, then black men and black women would be in whole completely different relationships. You want to have black men out here trying to go and get with other groups of women if black women truly worship black men. Like you say you do. That's a bullshit fallacy, and you know it. You had came up with a chick that's catchy, but only one believe that shit is swirling ass, divested chicks who date basically racist white men. So what they want to do is have an excuse for why they dating racist white supremacist men. Now, I'm talking about black sisters that date black guys that white guys that are not racist, that's actually good dudes, that's cool. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about black women that's in relationship with white guys that don't worship white men. They just with that dude because he's a terrific guy. I'm not talking about them. You do have those, even though majority of them are few in number, I'm just gonna keep it real. And it just say the white guy they got with, he just happened to be a terrific guy. But that is an outliner, because most black women, not all, but most black women adore black men. Adore white men. So when she said this whole idea that black worship black female worshiping black men is just complete utter hyperbole. It's bullshit. Because if that was the case, you would have a lot of black men. These black women would have joint custody with their children. They wouldn't be putting their fathers on child support and alimony and shit. Something you don't never see them doing to Brad, because Brad get custody of the kids, or Brad gets rewarded custody of the kids. It's pretty much like I said. All you have to do is look at Halle Berry. Do Halle Berry got custody of her kids? She got way more money than the two white men she dated, that she was married to. One of them was an undercover. One of them was racist as fuck. Far as we know, she could be lying. Halle Berry could be lying. But then again, never know. So she was married to the other dude who beat the shit out of the other baby daddy, and she got a baby by him. Now Halle Berry is with, I don't know who Halle Berry with, but she made it her place not to be with a black man. She didn't get with a black man to actually have her biracial children. That's another thing that a lot of these swirlers do. After they have their biracial kids, they'll want to go and find a black man to complete their life. Because you have those different kind of scenarios. The reason why black women get with a white dude, because they don't want no what they consider nappy head kids. But first thing they always run their mouth about is black men suffer from colorism. They always run and talk about how black men suffer from colorism. All that kind of bullshit. But yet, they'll like Source WP said in the video, they'll sit up there and talk about they black, like Crystal Curves, and talk about they black beauty, dark skin, natural hair beauty, but yet they up there having biracial kids, completely with children that's not gonna have the same features or hair like them, so they can live vicariously through and try to convince you dark skinned women that somehow she a dark skinned black woman activist that ain't having black children. And Sarge mentioned that shit too. He said that too. You know, so you got these black women that have a self-hatred with themselves and try to convince themselves that they actually love their features, and they really don't. They really hate themselves. They really want to live through their biracial daughters and shit, because for all their life they said they wasn't getting picked by, like Kristen Curves, and she said she wasn't getting picked by the guys she wanted, the black guys she wanted. They were always available. They were always unavailable. They were always with Becky or Hacienda and shit, and that pissed her off. So the only guy she could get was the busted brands. That's what a lot of these chicks get, because the top quality white men, they actually got options. Men that got money, like resources and money, I'ma just keep it real, they might lay with a black chick, but they not gonna marry a black chick. And a lot of times, what they'll do, they'll get with a black chick just to slum it. Just like that white dude that I put on TikTok with the 4 black chicks living in his house. He pretty much told these chicks he's not gonna marry. He just screwing them. And these chicks live, they just live. They didn't say shit. One of the little chicks up there just rubbing her fingers through her weave and shit. Every time you see her, she just rubbing her fingers through her hair and shit. The weave in her head. And then you look at this shit, them will be the same black females that'll get out that relationship with him and put high standards on a brother. And talking about they ain't selling for less. But they'll damn near live in object poverty with Brad. Because I'm going to tell you why. And I figured this shit out. What it is, his whiteness, to her, supposed to cancel out white supremacy. In her mind, she getting pseudo white woman status with Brad. So that's why you'll have a lot of these black women that'll sit up there and talk shit about black men, talk all kind of shit, racist shit about black men, because on that side she feels she got white immunity. An idea of so-called fake white supremacy that she has, until Brad get tired of dealing with her. You dig? And normally that always happens. Normally, it's always, if you notice all these swirling and divestment relationships, guess who leave first in the relationship? Guess who leave the relationships first? Guess who leave first? That Brad. White men leave black women first like a motherfucker. And guess who chased that white man down? Keisha chased that damn white man down. That white man, even like Jack, take the chick, the model that was with that was in a relationship with Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger denied his child for years, until finally he got a DNA test on the child, and it was Mick Jagger's child, because the girl looked just like Mick Jagger. She don't look as, she ain't much to look at, but cause Mick Jagger, look at him. If Mick Jagger wasn't no rock star, he'll been just a motherfucker, ugly motherfucker from Liverpool. That's what he would have been. And like I said, all these black women back in the 50s, from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all of them, they were dating white men, even during the height of motherfucker Jim Crow, when black men were getting lynched up and all kind of shit, just for the whole idea that they even said hi to a white woman. They were getting burned at the stake, all kind of shit during the civil rights movement. Meanwhile, these black women, they wanted to separate themselves from blackness as far as possible. These so-called women are the community. Your founders of swirling. Because black women actually been swirling a long time, even from the plantation. Hell, some of them were owned slaves. Some of their slave masters married them. Found some of them black women fond of them sexually in bed, and they married them. She put it on. Well, that man said, fuck that, I'm gonna marry this little nigger bitch. Susan May, get over here. You wanna be my goddamn wife, niggeress? Master, I'd love to be your wife, have your mixed babies. I already got 3 of them. See, Keisha wasn't getting raped like everybody thought on that plantation. All that shit they made up was a lie. Sitting up there lying about how black women were raped on the plantation, and then you only find out that it was a lot of relationships going on, like on some 12 years of slave relationships with what's her name, Lupita Nyong'o, when she was playing the bed went to that white man in 12 years a slave. They try to convince you that somehow black women, when they were trying to fight for freedom and equality, but most of the time you ain't have no black women getting killed and shit. You ain't have no other than the 4 girls that got bombed in that motherfucking building, that church in Montgomery, Alabama. That was the only time women got killed, or it was a fucking a massacre like in them black townships, them thriving black towns that black men built, because they always swear up and down that black men didn't build shit. They swear up and down that black men didn't build shit for them, black women. They be up there spreading white man lies. They white zaddy lies. Talking about how black men didn't build shit, but yet you got Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's no black women build those towns. Black men built those towns, those thriving communities. For the white zaddy that black women worship, to go burn them motherfuckers down and shit. Meanwhile, after those white folks get through drinking their hooch and their rum and their whiskey and shit, what they do after they burn them towns down and rape, they go to the other black town that they didn't fuck with too much, and basically go down there with Keisha and blow Keisha back out after they burned the town down. And Keisha already knew they done burned the town down, but she ain't gonna say nothing because that's her zaddy. That's why you have these black women up here marrying white supremacists and shit with no problem, because in their mind, their slave mentality mind, well, a lot of them, you know, in their mind, and they want to be a part of white society mind, you know, they don't care about that. They're exempt. They like, as long as it ain't me, as long as I got my white zaddy, even though he gonna go home to his wife after he get through blowing my back, I'ma have him for 3 hours. And I'ma cook for my white zaddy master. That's your black woman. That's some of these bitches today. That's why they'll marry a neo-Nazi and a Ku Klux Klan. Man, a Ku Klux Klansman. And become a Ku Klux Keisha. Until Becky tell her, bitch, shut your nigger ass up. And Becky let her know that she's a nigga. Over there. See, that's their nemesis. Becky is their nemesis on both sides of the fence. Because Becky side-eye her ass when she over there in their community, in the white supremacist community. And those biracial children she had with Brad are treated, they not treated nothing different. No different did they treat other black people. Ask that black chick that lived down there in their sundown town, they got 2 black children, 2 biracial children by that big old redneck. By that big ass redneck that she wasn't even married to, up there dancing with chickens and shit, looking ridiculous as fuck. I don't even know if, I think she African, I don't know. Nah, she a foundational. But that's how a lot of these black women get down. They'll sit up there, not all, but the vast majority of them, they'll get up there, even the hood chicks. Like the chicks I said with this white boy who looked like DJ Kid with a beard. Shit, DJ Kid, he had a black woman bringing him all kind of underage girls where he was giving them HIV and shit. But them swirlers don't talk about that shit. They don't talk about that dude that was giving them that package deal down there in Florida. They only found 4 of the black girls that he was laying up with. And the funny thing is, he said he was giving them HIV as a biological, using this HIV as a biological weapon and giving it to black women so they could go and give it to black men. The only thing is, the bad end, that was a motherfucking gun that was gonna backfire. Because those black chicks was going around laying up with other white men, and that's why they had to catch it. And now, if they would have went back, those black women would have went back to the hood, they would have never been caught. They would have let them black women go to the hood and give every black man HIV and shit like a motherfucker. Spread it further as a Trojan horse. But by those 4 black girls, that divestment black girls he was fucking with, who when they found out he gave them the HIV pack, you should have seen how their ass was falling all out in the hospital and shit. So how can he do this to me? Like, how can he do this? I loved him. He gave 3 more. Yeah, and somebody told him what was his plan. His plan was for them to go and get with brothers and give them all HIV. That's what all them white dudes be thinking these divestment chicks be doing. But no, man, you know what happened? That's a motherfucking gun turned back on y'all ass because y'all mess with these divestment chicks. They naive. They'll sleep with every white dude they can and won't even look at a brother, but that's all right. They doing us a favor. See, y'all white folks, you white men try to have our women to go against us, and for a while it was working. Just like the whole idea of y'all dumping drugs and guns into the black community like them Ku Klux Klans men was doing, working for the police and the CIA, the DEA. Yes, you had Klan members in the highest upper echelons of the white supremacist system, and they were right. But see, y'all didn't bank on that. You white boys didn't bank on that. And see, y'all swirling so damn dumb because they'll get used by a white supremacist who want to find a way. He get HIV, and he want to find a way to destroy. He want to dedicate his life to destroying the black community. So what he do is find these Keishas that lay up with him. But the fucked up thing is the Keishas he laying with, they don't even like black men. They like white men, so they go spreading that shit to y'all. Good job. Good job, motherfucker. Good job. But those Keishas who getting HIV from these white boys who got that package deal, hey, good job. Keep on laying with them brands. That's a weapon that he tried to use y'all as a Trojan horse against us, not knowing that y'all don't have a desire to be with black men. Hey, best damn plan that backfired ever. But yeah, this whole idea of black male worship is a joke. For her to even name her, say that black male worship gone wrong, when that's a motherfucker, that's an oxymoron like a motherfucker. Where black women don't even the black women ain't never worship black men. That's a fallacy like a motherfucker. Just for her to make up some shit. And what it was, I get it. It was what you call a get back at the brothers who was talking about divestment gone wrong. But there's way more solidity to that than the shit she talking about. That's truth. That's truth right there. On how Keisha worship Brad. So she want to flip the script and say white black male worship. But no damn well ain't no black men, ain't no black women worshiping black men. But I digress.